Hi there, this is Jennifer. I'm back. Can't believe I'm uploading 2 videos in a week. How do I do it? How do I find the energy? I don't really know. But this is a project that I so wanted to get out to you. I know y'all have ordered your molds and you're waiting for them anxiously in the mail, all that sort of stuff. These are some of the materials we're going to be working with in today's one lone project. Here it is. But I promised a snow globe project in my last video, and I think y'all are going to really love this. It's really just sort of a concept. It honestly could be executed so many different ways, and this was just the way I went with today. I have all these charger plates, these metal charger plates. I think they were probably offed at the Goodwill bins after a wedding or something like that. They came from Kirkland's, so you know, they're good quality. I'm just painting the faces out like we do when we're going to decoupage onto something. So you saw in the beginning there, I'm going to decoupage this paper onto my plate here. Now, these images are, I bought the Santa Claus from Etsy, so I'll have that linked for you in the description box. And I got the Manger, of course, from Creative Fabrica, and I'll also have that linked for you. The Santa Claus, if you buy it from Etsy, it came with its own snow globe. But obviously I didn't want that. I wanted this snow globe. So I got rid of that. And it's not hard to do at all. I didn't do it in Photoshop. Listen, this is where AI is your friend. I just took it to Copilot on Microsoft, and I explained nicely to the AI robot that I wanted the snow globe taken out and a seamless background, and it did. It just completely removed the snow globe. Now, I've explained to you how it can use AI to your benefit. It's not going to kill you, okay? All right. Now, I am painting this snow globe, the edges, and I'm turning on my light in my workshop so I can see myself paint. I'm painting it white. Don't do that. Like, don't do it. Paint it a more neutral color. This was really hard to cover. But the point is, I had to paint it because I'm going to cover it with Rub and Buff. And the Rub and Buff needs something to grip too. It needs something a little more toothy than the acrylic. So I painted it white. I wish in hindsight I hadn't done that, but I did it. I'm sanding off my decoupage paper there. That's just rice paper. I ran it through my home printer, my inkjet printer, and sealed it with hairspray. I seal it with aerosol hairspray so that red ink won't run, so none of the ink will run. Now, I love it just like that. Like, I could have left it white and messed with that and played with that, and I will in the future. But for this one, I had another thing that just sort of evolved as I got further into the project. I had planned to do this all snowy and glittery and all the stuff, but I have 16 of these that I can make, and it's going to take a big commitment to get all 16 done because I'm going to have to pour that mold twice a day, once before I go to bed and once when I wake up, to get 16 molds. It's going to take me 8 days of commitment. So I'm not quite committed yet. You know, I got other things going on in my life, so I'm not doing that yet. So I'm making this one this way and you're going to see what this way is as we go, especially since I seem to have disappeared from the videos, so y'all just have to chat me up for a minute here. I'll chat you up, whatever it is. I really do not know where I've been. I try so hard to get rid of all the dead space in my videos, and somehow I don't do it. But you're going to see that I'm going to come in with some Spanish copper Rub and Buff, and I didn't want to go black on under the Rub and Buff because then it really does make the Rub and Buff super, super dark. And I didn't want it to be quite that dark. So maybe white was the way to go. It was just really hard to cover with the Rub and Buff. I had to, and that's, I have to bring it up to my face to do it. I wish that I could show you absolutely everything. But I guess if you're new around here, you don't know that I struggle with blindness issues, and I'm actually level 3 blind. So things like this are are challenging for me. It was super challenging. Even just to pour the mold is a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. I managed to get through life without falling downstairs at this point, and you know, and I'm so the way that my brain operates, I am so thankful that we don't have stairs in our house, because I dream about crafting, and if I did, I would like trip down the stairs, fall down the stairs every morning to get out to my workshop to implement one of my ideas. I seriously, I'm sorry, I really thought I had emptied this video of all the dead spot, but it's only going to be 14 minutes, so you're only going to have to endure for 14 minutes. It's going to be okay. But I'm coming back into the frame now, right now, after doing nothing. Okay, what happened there was I couldn't print my picture any bigger than I did print it, because my opening of the plate is about 8 inches, maybe a little bit more. And obviously my paper is 8.5 by 11. So I just tore some of the edge from another picture. I always test these things before I actually implement my idea. So this is basically my beta test on this project, which means that I'm going to make 16 of these, because that's how I have 16 charger plates, and I think they'll sell over this Christmas season. So if I make 16 of these, I would normally make 14 of them and then film myself making the last 2. And by the time you've made 14 of something, you're pretty good at it. But this is just the actual beta test. So as my beta testers, you're going to have to leave me a comment in the comment section to let me know what you think about it. Do you love it? Do you not love it? So that's the question of the video. Tell me if this is a great project for you. This is, you know, you're my beta testers. Do you love it? Do you not love it? You need to let me know, because I have plans to make this a million different ways. I saw it so many different ways, and I saw it a different way when I first had the idea. But like I said, I had to make 2 commitments. One, do I want to pour molds twice a day for 8 days? Do I want to commit myself to remembering to do that? A. And B, do I want to turn my workshop into a glitter factory right now? Like with faux snow and, you know, all the stuff. Like, I seriously, like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's August. Like, I'm not ready. So I gotta wait. It's hot, you know, glitter is sticky. Like, I'm not doing it yet. So, but we are going to revisit this project later in life, I promise, because I can't wait. Now, I am going to try to remember in all of my doings to pour all the molds, so at least I have them poured, you know, I have them ready. Sorry, my phone keeps dinging too. It's been one of those days, like in Carrollville in general, and then in life. So, I am right now mixing up some paint to make some patina. I've mixed some different colors and some texturing sand, and I'm going to make a patina finish on this copper, gold, Spanish, gold, copper, whatever, snow globe. And this is going to look just like it would look if you bought the, you know, patina stuff, the spray, the whatever it is people are using to create patina. This is just as good, if not better, because, you know, I'm using paint that I already have on hand. I didn't buy it for this special purpose by any means. I just happen to have it. Plaid has sent me a lot of paint, and I just am a collector of crafting supplies, because y'all know, like, you know, collecting crafting supplies and actually crafting are 2 separate hobbies. We know that. But I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you use your IOD products that you're collecting. Because, you know, I read everybody's comments, everybody's, you know, input in different groups, and so many people buy the stuff and then they don't ever use them. Now this is a very good practical use, especially if you're a reseller, you know, if you have a booth, if you set up at shows, whatever you do, because the first time I sell one of these, the mold will have paid for itself. Now I'm turning it into a wreath, and that was a little unexpected. I didn't know that it was going to go this way, but I had the materials on hand. You know, you always buy your greenery on clearance after the season, so this was just the bag I had out that I could get to. And I'm using hot glue to basically build a wreath around my charger plate. And I love it also that this is all one piece. I feel like you could do this, you could make a wreath and then make yourself a wreath ornament this way with a, you know, a wood round or a small frame, whatever it is you had on hand. But I feel like this is a great way to just build what's already there, like super simple. This is something, if I had the molds ready, you know, 16 molds, I could make this 16 times. But I only got my molds last Saturday, and today's Thursday. So, you know, and I had to have, you know, the idea, the inspiration. So until I got the idea and I knew what I was doing, you know, I wouldn't have known I needed to pour all those molds. So this greenery came from Hobby Lobby. It's actually a garland. You know how the garland goes on sale at the end of the season. So try to pick those things up when they're on sale. Otherwise, they're super expensive. I love the way this turned out, though. I think it's so sweet, and I love the idea. I'm using velvet ribbon here. I happened to know where it was this time when I went looking for it. I also, you won't see it in the tutorial, but at the end, in the reveal, you will see that I add some jingle bells that I've also patinaed. They came pre-rusted, which was great. And I always pick up things like that at the bins. When I'm there, if I see Christmas decor that just has great elements to it, I can pick those up and, you know, just harvest them for the elements. So my jingle bells that you'll see at the end came from one of those jingle bell wreaths that is, you know, consists of just jingle bells all wired together. But I pulled them all apart and they were perfect for this project. I'm also sort of winding this ribbon through the wreath like you would a Christmas tree. I don't know if y'all do that. Start with a ribbon at the top and then sort of bend it and wind it into the branches. I like to do things like that. I think it's super fun. I love decorating for Christmas. I truly do. And it's August. I know that's crazy. But if I put these things off until December, first of all, somebody else will have already done it. And secondly, you know, you gotta strike when the spirit moves. That's what I know. Like, as an artist, I know that I have to do things when I'm motivated and inspired to do them. Because if I don't, then I won't. Just plain and simple. That's the way I roll. Anyway, I don't show myself adding patina to those jingle bells or gluing them up under that bow, but there they are. This is on my front door. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. I'm sorry I was absent for so much of it. Like, share, subscribe, all the things. Don't forget me. We'll be at a show next week, but we'll be back the week after that. I will be uploading some shorts and some updates from our show at the Lee Civic Center in Fort Myers, Florida. We're doing vintage market days. Can't wait. Everything you've seen me create here on YouTube for the last several months is going with us, so I'm super excited. I will definitely be doing some videos from there. So we'll see you between now and then, but we'll be back with a tutorial the week after Vintage Market Days. Alrighty, we'll see you then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.